Hi! Hold on a minute. Now that's better. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Zselyke, and in this channel I talk about digital marketing tips and tricks. So I'm currently building my own website on WordPress, and of course I wanted to install Google Analytics as soon as possible. But what I found is that there's actually so many different ways that you can do that on WordPress. I did a lot of research and I did a lot of testing to figure out what would be the easiest but also the best way to do so to make sure that you don't lose any data. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how I installed my Google Analytics tracking to my WordPress website so you don't have to do all the reading and the research that I have done. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Alright, so we're gonna get started by entering WordPress. And then over here, you're gonna head over to plugins and we're gonna be adding a new plugin. And what you need to do is you search for headers and footers. And then there's a plugin called Insert Headers and Footers. This is the one I'm using. So you just go ahead and install over here. And then once it's installed, you will have to activate it as well. So once you have this installed, you will be able to add code to the header, the footer, and also the body of your website. So at this point, we're going to be heading over to settings. And there should be a separate section for insert headers and footers. So over here, this is for the header, this is for the body, and this is for the footer. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So once you are able to add it to your headers and footers, what you will be doing is you head over to your Google Analytics. And over here under admin, you should be able to find tracking info and tracking code. Now you will see two different things here. There's the tracking ID and there's the global site tag. Now for our implementation, we will be using the global site tag, which is essentially a JavaScript code that you will be pasting to the header of your website. Now the reason why the plugin I'm using is going to make your life very easy is that it's going to add this JavaScript code snippet to every single head of every single one of your pages. So even if you will be creating pages for your website in the future that don't exist yet, this plugin will automatically add this analytics tracking code to those headers as well. So if you are still changing your website around, or you might be doing so in the future, you won't have to add the Google Analytics tracking again to those websites, but you can just trust that this plugin will do so for you. So you see this tracking code over here, and we will simply copy this and we will be adding to the header over here. So we paste it, and at this point you should be ready to save it here in the bottom. So at this point, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and make sure that it's tracking properly and the analytics tracking is firing when someone is entering your website. So the way we are going to do this is you're going to head over to your analytics, and in real time and overview, you should be able to see all the current activity on your website. So you can see that right now I have 0 active users on the site, which makes sense because I just installed this tracking code on my website. Now to make sure that this is functioning properly, I'm gonna open a new tab, and over here I'm gonna enter my website. And I warn you that because I haven't published anything on my website yet, all you will see is a big white blank, but that's totally fine because the tracking should work regardless. So once I head back to Google Analytics, you should be able to see that right now we have an active user on the site, which is me. So if you're going to navigate from one URL to another within your own website, you should be able to see here on top active pages whenever you change the URL. If that is working just fine, then it means that your Google Analytics is working properly and you have it all set up.
So I hope you found this video helpful. If so, then make sure to give it a like. If you have any further questions, then you can also leave them in the comments below. I always try to make sure to answer every single question I get on my channel. And other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day.